I always look so cool, and then something happens. What's going on, beautiful people? What up, y'all? Breaking news: Trey Songz is being investigators. Why? Nobody knows. We know. I'm not talking about it. Fucking elbow. What are y'all doing? Oh, it's bright. This damn do-rag fits too tight. I'm too excited about it. And I got like a little dangly thing right here that I should have lit off. Thanks for the final look, Susan. Hold up, I gotta turn this. No, there it is. Is it? Yes, there it is. I think. Yeah, fucking teleprompt thingy. It's. What up? We back. What's going on? How was your Thanksgiving? We took Friday off because the whole world ended, and I wasn't gonna come on here and ruin everybody's weekend. Like, that was terrible, especially after dealing with Thanksgiving. But it's Monday. We back. My name's Xavier Lavo, and welcome back to the Xavier Lavo Show. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry for clapping, but I'm excited. Today's show ain't gonna be long, but it's got a bunch of information, and we got a lot of things to catch up on. So let's catch up on what's been going on. A lot of breaking news, a lot of knickknacks and paddywhacks and all types of shit to give dog bones to. And we'll get into the show. Remember, if this is your first time watching, to be a part of the studio audience, head over to YouTube and check us out. Now I got to stop the teleprompter because it has started its job and I didn't tell it to. But make sure you head over to YouTube, check us out. If you enjoy what you see, hit the like button. Other people get to watch when you do that. Then hit the subscribe button so that way you can see us when we go live. And we're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if we're not, we'll let you know. But for the most part, we're always here because we always got information to give. And we always want to talk. I mean, look, this is the never-ending show. You remember how Sherry used to sing the song? This is the song that never ends. This is the show that don't end. We just going to be here forever and ever and ever until it works. Like Maul from the new Rory and Maul show said, you just got to keep working, and then one day you're going to get an email, and it's going to have a giant number in there, and you know, the rest will be history. Work hard. Let's get to today's show, and we'll talk about everything that is, it's intense. It's intense, to say the least. But let's get into it. Remember, we're recording for the podcast, so you can't listen to the music. So if you're watching, you're not listening. If you want to listen to the music and listen to all the extra stuff, you got to go over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else podcasts to listen to. Amazon as well. My bad. I think that was a piece of candy. It was on my lip. I feel I was violated. Supposed to be season 6. I think I'm starting that on Friday, though. The pictures were terrible. I promise y'all, I'm not starting a new season without a good cover. But season 6 is on the way. If you're watching, you can't hear the music. So listen to the music after the show. We upload the podcast live. Well, not live. I guess pre-recorded to everywhere podcasts listen to. With this one, this is the day we're having. Look. Oh my God. That's the day we're having. It's Kasabian. Kasabian Live 01. I love it. I love it. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Xavier Lavo. Welcome back to the Xavier Lavo Show, live from Las Vegas. This is episode 262. Susan, help me out with the sign. Welcome back to the Xavier Lavo Show. My name is Xavier. I'll be your host with talent on loan from God, and it's another beautiful day. It's Monday, and on this show, on Mondays, is Mental Health Check Day. Why? Because I'm sick. My brain isn't necessarily 1,000, and I like to express my angst and all the different things that go on in this crazy head of mine. And there's other people out there that sometimes need to talk. On Mondays, it's a great day to just get it out the way. Listen, Thanksgiving was very difficult for a lot of people, for people that didn't get to see their family and people that did get to see their family. You experience different ups and downs. Some people are good in crowds, some aren't. Some people enjoy being around family, and that brings them joy. Some people get drained by being around family. Depending on the situation, it could be a good or a bad thing. Just scanning the room, you can usually see the different, you see the different emotions in everyone. Some people get drunk just to get away from the pain. You got some people just trying to just eat the shit away. There's just so much going on, but nonetheless, always a good time when you with family. And if you didn't have a good time, don't worry about it. We're going to work through it, and as long as we here, fuck it, we here. Shit, I want to do like a virtual, if I can. I would like to do a virtual, some type of mass meetup and shit, like with everybody. Just like once a month. I think that might be something that we do. I don't want to do it I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I feel like sometimes when it comes to shit like this, when we need to talk to one another, it's good to be, I guess, honest in a big crowd, because I know it's a pain in the ass. I know. And when I go out in the, the deep waters and I'm trying to fucking be normal, I think people that experience anxiety the way that I do and experience depression and any type of mental health issues can understand that the holidays are one of two things, either amazing or terrible, but we're going to work through it. And I feel you. Go take a walk, man. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy the weather. Don't be afraid to go outside and get some fresh air and tell people. Don't be afraid to tell people, I don't feel right. I had a thing earlier this year, and I told everybody I had a problem with. I'm like, yo, why do you feel like this about me? And this is why I'm like this, so don't judge me. I'm not trying to, I don't mean to be different, but I am. And if you're different, I understand you. So happy holidays. We got a whole bunch of more shit coming up. It's my birthday coming up, and you already know it's gonna be a bad bitch month in December. Sag gang up. We're gonna pop in no bottles. Not this year. No bottles this year. We're on a budget. No bottles this year. But y'all hear my asthma? I'm so sorry. My asthma has been definitely killing me, but we'll work through this. On today's episode, we'll be talking today about, obviously, Virgil. That one caught us off guard. We'll be talking about Virgil. We'll be talking about Fetty Wap and his manager wanting to fight, which I thought was pretty amazing. I don't know if I touched on Will Smith and what he did with the whole throwing up when he came shit, but we'll be talking about that nasty shit. Hey, yo, is Ebro just out of touch? Can we just start to just admit that it's time for Ebro to just slide out the way? Like, I think it's over from, they checking in, Ebro has to, we'll get into Ebro. Fresh and Fit, here we go again. I was giving them props, trying to cape because they're doing big things, but they got caught up in some bullshit again. There's a new strain of COVID. The boy Jack Dorsey is gone. He said he's done with Twitter. He's sick of this shit, and he's going to Facebook. Okay, I'm lying. He's not going to Facebook, but he is done with Twitter, and we'll find out why. On top of that, Jussie Smollett's back in court. Well, I think he's in court, not back in court, but he's in court for what happened a couple years ago. We'll revisit that story, and hopefully, just to keep it a buck, hopefully, justice is some kind of way served. I mean, it was one of those, nobody was hurt but himself. That's a sick dude. We'll get into it. We'll definitely get into it. We have a new sponsor for the show. We didn't put up their ad today, but if you meme the fucking if you use let me start again. If you're a content creator and you need a tool, or you're looking for tools to help you with creating content, TubeBuddy is actually something that works very well, and I'll be putting up their information. Trust me, this shit isn't easy. This is the most humbling thing I've ever done in my entire life. I wish I would have filmed and recorded my music journey. I think it was very trying and almost embarrassing at some points. And now looking back, I feel like I could have helped a lot of people with that experience. If, you want to start a channel, vlog, podcast, radio show, cooking channel, credit, business. I wouldn't do business without an attorney. But nonetheless, if this is something you're looking forward to do or you're looking to do, man, jump into this shit and don't be scared and look for the right tools and look for the right people to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help when it comes to these things and believe in yourself. Trust me, my own mother told me on Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving that I need to get a real job. I'm a licensed realtor and I own businesses, but she doesn't like the fact that I do this. It is what it is, y'all. And check this out. If you don't have any followers, you don't have any believers, send me the link. I'll follow your page. I'll be your fan. I'll support you. There's no reason why you shouldn't have an audience. Let's check you, unless you suck, okay? And we're just going to be honest, because when I suck, I look in the mirror and I say, stop sucking, dude. Pause. Shit, just pause. Yo, it's Monday. I just want to have a good time, because could you imagine if the person that birthed you tells you that you got to stop what you're doing? Like, that's crazy. You never supported me with none of my shit. I was on a Greyhound on my first tour when I started rapping. You weren't there for that. Anyway, rest in peace to Virgil. Let's get right into it. Virgil was suffering. Well, I can't say sufferings. I really don't know. As a matter of fact, they really didn't give us much information. They said that he had cancer and he was battling that privately, and it was a very rare form of cancer. Rest in peace to Virgil. I hope his family, as always, finds peace. It seems like they were kind of prepared, and a loss is a loss. Virgil changed the game. Virgil was a very, 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 very creative person, and he definitely left his mark on this world, on hip hop, on fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like he traversed, he changed things in more than just one lane, and rest in peace and forever Virgil, man. Off-White, even with the little tag thingies, that's just dope. It's just dope. Great handwriting, by the way. I love dude's handwriting. I've always had. Excuse me. Miss Nevada. If you don't know, Miss Nevada 2021 is the first trans woman who is crowned right now in Nevada. And Miss 2021 Miss Nevada will be running for Miss USA. Is that right? Okay. So Miss Nevada, who's the first trans woman, Miss Nevada, is actually running for the... Why is this so hard to read right now? Good for her, and I hope she wins. This is Nevada, so I'm rooting for the home team. Shout out to Miss Nevada for being the first trans woman to run for Miss USA. That'll be great for her, us, and I guess it shows that we are moving forward. So Will Smith, I don't know if we talked about this, pause, but last week he said that he got cheated on and he was with some woman, and that every time that he came after that, he would throw up. Let me tell you something. He's full of shit. I'm sick of this. I've already told y'all before. Will Smith has done this shit time and time again, and it's just like, I don't know if it's fucking shocking culture for him to tell us these types of things, but nonetheless, I'm not impressed. It's really irritating when you hear this type of weird shit. I'm just trying to run down all the topics I didn't want to talk about. The Miss Nevada thing was dope. I honestly think that's dope, and I'm trying to get a good clip for TikTok, and I feel like I should read it again. And I'm sorry, because y'all gonna get mad at me, but it's live, and this is what happens when we do it live. So Miss Nevada 2021, the first trans woman in Nevada, will be running for Miss USA. Cut. Was that good? Bet. We're going to use that for TikTok. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate y'all. And Will Smith, you fucking weirdo. Okay, so Fresh and Fit. Once again, the manosphere is under attack. Oh, no, not the manosphere. What will we do? Nobody knows. It's all mystery, and it's all... First and foremost, let's just get into what's really going on with this manosphere. Most men in the manosphere don't have daddies, don't have women, don't have much. They're just good at talking, and they're not really good at that. I give Fresh and Fit the fact that they have been able to amass an audience. They have done something that I fear with this show and anything I do. They have to count on their guests and on the outrageousness and outlandishness of their guest and not themselves. Like, they can't hold their own pod and get the numbers that they get by having on, the OnlyFans girls or having on porn stars and whatnot, because everybody's there for the craziness. First and foremost, not everybody's for everything, and not everyone should have the same conversations. You want to have wife conversations with girls that are still learning how to even be themselves. So that's rule number one. Like, all you're doing is making fun of women who haven't even found themselves yet, and they might be going through things that they're learning what type of woman they want to be. That's first and foremost. Like, when I see that they're having conversations with people that they shouldn't be having conversations with, it's fun to watch, but it's pointless. It really is. Like, you just don't talk certain things with certain people. It don't add up. You can't waste your time. Great content. Great content. So the dude Fresh, I think, or Fit, whoever the fuck he is, right? So Fresh, he got caught up, bro. He's a trick. Most of them are. You listen to how they talk. They've obviously never had a real conversation with a woman or lived with a woman. If you have like these ideas of relationships being gender specific or gender roles in the relationship, stop. Okay, it's just partnership. Period. I'm not too fucking proud to clean, cook, do laundry, fix some fucking clothes, fix the car, fix a hole in the wall. Like I do it all, and my wife as well. Like she's not afraid to get dirty. Like there's this idea of women just begging to be with fucking high value men. Hey, let me get this straight, bro. None of you are high value. Just stop. You're not high valued. You're average at best. I live in Vegas. In Vegas, the average income is $38,000 for one person. It's $52,000 for couples. What high value men are you? There's 2.5 million people, almost 3 million people here. Trust me, the people that make that amount of money it's like a small pool. Less than 100 people are in a pool that make $100K a year here. That's just real. Just stop. Just be honest with each other, man. Live life, have fun. Go fucking out and eat some chicken wings and have a good time. Hey, bro, I had some amazing Parmesan wings the other day. Blown the fuck away at the garlic Parmesan. And you know what? It wasn't even an Italian spot, so I was blown away by the flavor. Just because I didn't spend $700 going out doesn't mean I can't have a good time. You stop equating. Like, the dude got caught with a girl on a yacht. And he was like, oh my God, she loves to go places. She loves to go places. She's 22. She ain't even fucking gone to a bar yet, bro. What are you talking about? Like, where are you supposed to go with this little girl? You a grown-ass man that's been divorced, and then you supposed to take her on a yacht? What has she done in her life to deserve to be on a yacht? And then you wonder why. And that's cool if you just want to fuck, but you talk about starting relationships and how men are men. That's not what men do. Guys, especially those that don't have daddies. If you meet a woman and you like her, let her know that you like her. Be respectful. Don't touch. Go out, have a good time. Don't blow all your fucking money. That's always, I think that's most men don't come into money into their 30s. So when that happens, most relationships before that will usually dissipate because now they have money and they feel different and they think that they could do things differently and they'll treat their partner kind of shitty. You know, that whole he'll get on and leave your ass for a white girl shit. That's pretty much what's happening with this dude. And to be honest with you, shout out to DJ Academics. Oh, shout out. We got Germany. Word. That's what's up. That's what's up. The chat is chatting. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all. Academics called him out on what he did, and unfortunately, it's just a bad look for, you know, young men that are out here watching these guys because they have low confidence or they have a low self-confidence, and they don't have a man in their life to just give them basic advice. These dudes do not get women. These dudes spend money to get women, like dudes that don't have good conversational skills. Like, I always hope that my kids were a little bit ugly so that they have good personalities. People are missing personalities. Personality comes from adversity and from doing things and failing. Y'all don't have real adversity. Bro, this guy's talking about sitting on a boat with a girl, talking about, oh man, let's go travel and she loves me for me. No, she don't. She loves you for the fucking boat. This same dude that told us that he was at a party and some basketball player was like, oh shit, yo, we hitting the same bitch. Let's be best friends. What? Yo, stop the madness. Stop the cap. Fresh and Fit. Kudos. You guys have definitely amassed a huge audience. Congratulations. I can't figure it out. Y'all are lame. Stop taking advice from dudes that don't really. I've been married now for damn near 17 years. I came into this without knowing what the fuck I was doing. I grew up with my grandparents, and I think I've done a decent job. And I'm not going to say my relationship's perfect, but that's all bullshit. I'm going to tell you that right now. And if you're working hard on putting together a business and you're really trying to work towards your legacy, you really don't have time for all the bullshit they're talking about. That's just that. But I had to get that off my chest. The Ebro, what's going on with Ebro? Did you hear the conversation about Ebro and Tinashe's name? And he said that her name was Ghetto. I have a huge problem with people saying that some shit is ghetto. I'm from the ghetto. I'm a ghetto child. That's all I know. Grew up in the projects, grew up in the hood. When you say ghetto, to me, that's a racial slur. You talking shit. You're not saying nothing nice about us, and you trying to say that we second class at half rate. I'm not with that. That shit bothers me. So when he says some slick shit like that, just shows you how ignorant you are. What the fuck you mean is ghetto? Tinashe is a dope ass name. Like, bitch, my name is Kasabian. Is my name ghetto? Cornball, bro. Super cornball. We was just saying that the guard has changed, right? Like, it used to be Breakfast Club and Hot 97, and now it's the Joe Budden Podcast, Academics. No jumper. The guard has changed. Shit has moved. Hold on. I'm dying up here, y'all. I swear to God, this concrete box of mine just gets hotter and hotter every time. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Let's get right into Let's get into today's topics and just knock out today's show. I just had to get it off my chest. It was a long weekend. A bunch of stuff happened. Some dude named Larry's on Summer Walker's face. Just get a hoodie. If you love your girl so much, just get a hoodie. You don't got to do that. Don't put her name on your face. There's no purpose. There's no point, and you really don't get any brownie points for that shit. Trust me. Okay. COVID is not going anywhere. This will be for the rest of our lives. Let's have some type of normalcy, and let's have some type of sanity when we speak of new variants that come about. Now, this variant, there's been a lot of information going around from this variant. This comes from the doctor that discovered the variant. The one thing that I've heard about the variant that I'm kind of confused about is that because of the way that it's structured, it's going to change a lot more and mutate even more. But it doesn't match with what the doctor's saying. So everything is hearsay. This is just what we got so far. And, this is what we have to work with. Mask up, wash your hands, brush your smelly ass teeth, and let's see if we can get through this. This story is from CNBC. COVID symptoms linked to the new Omicron. Optimus Prime has been my little thing, but let me not play with it. It's Omicron. Variant have been described as extremely mild by the South African doctor who first raised the alarm over the new strain. That's a tough name. Why don't we practice this? Kotezi, chair of South African Medical Association, told the BBC on Sunday that she started to see patients around November 18th presenting with unusual symptoms that differed slightly from those associated with the Delta variant, which is the most viral strain of the virus. Why'd you say it like that? Yo, it actually started with a male patient who was around the age of 33. And he said to me that he'd been extremely tired for the past few days and he just had body aches and pains with a bit of a headache. That's funny because I thought I had some shit the other day because I was like, damn, my arm hurt, but it's because I worked out. The patient didn't have a sore throat, she said, but more of a scratchy throat. No cough or loss of taste or smell, symptoms that have been associated with previous strains of coronavirus. So it seems to just give you like a slight flu. Right? Basically. Kotezi said she tested the male patient for COVID and he was positive as well as his family. And she said that she saw more patients. Oops, my bad. She said that she saw more patients with the same kind of it's a tongue twister. She said that she saw more patients that day presenting with the same kind of symptoms that were different from the Delta variant, and this prompted her to raise the alarm with South African Vaccine Advisory Committee, in which she's a member. So she's on the ground, she's working with patients hands-on, and she sees things changing, and she was definitely well aware of this being some type of COVID-related switch-up. So, yes, they test positive for COVID, and it seems to just be slightly different as opposed to the Delta variant, which is laying you out. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to give you advice. We are closing borders again. We just opened some of the borders as a real estate agent. I'm trying to have foreigners come and buy some of these properties that are going crazy in Vegas. So this isn't a good thing. Friday, when this all dropped, the stock market tanked. It literally took a straight, it fell so, the problem with the stock market was it was so reactionary to just the idea of a new COVID that we're recovering, and at the same time, everybody's so hesitant and so scared and gun shy that they don't know what to do. So with that, we'll be holding our breaths to see what comes next, and I'll definitely keep you guys abreast of everything that's going on and every little bit of information that I get. Be safe this traveling season. Again, wash your hands, wear your mask, get your shot if you need it, talk to your doctors, and see what else you can do for yourself. Today, Jack Dorsey stepped down from Twitter. And, what does this mean for Twitter? What does this mean for all the social medias? Because they're all changing. If you see these new names that have been coming around, there's new marketing, and this thing is playing with me today. So Jack Dorsey, the co-founder and public face of Twitter, will be stepping down from his role as CEO effective immediately. The company announced on Monday that Dorsey will remain as a member of Twitter's board until at least next year. I doubt that he stays that long. Parag Agrawal, Twitter's chief technology officer, will take over as CEO. I've decided to leave Twitter because I believe the company is ready to move from its founders. I don't understand what that means. Dorsey said in a statement on Monday, my trust in Parag as Twitter's CEO is deep. His work over the past 10 years has been transformative. I'm deeply grateful for his skill, heart, and soul, and it's time for him to lead. CNBC was the first to report Dorsey's expected departure on Monday. Shares of Twitter jumped up as much as 10% in pre-market trading Monday after the report. It actually leveled down and only went up 5%. But that just shows you how much people have wanted Jack Dorsey to get the fuck out of Twitter. Why? I really don't understand. They want massive growth from Twitter, and they're actually promising to have over something Omicron. Yeah. Well, they said that this variant, the reason why it's the Omicron variant is because of the fact that it can still change even more so the way that it's structured. That's why they chose this, because I don't think we're supposed to skip so many letters. I think we jumped way too many letters, right? I believe so. Sorry, I was talking to the chat. Twitter basically wants to turn Twitter into some type of like a pay-per-view event all the time, generating money. That's difficult to do. It's still social media. Can they do it? Probably. Will they accomplish the milestones that this is where investors come in, right? Will they reach these milestones that the investors want? Because that was the reason why Jack was actually getting pushed out. It's been stagnant. You know, Twitter he left Twitter before. Twitter wasn't doing well. Came back. Twitter grew. It's doing decent. But as a company, they want to see growth year over year. And it seems as if they're not getting where they want to get to as quick as they want to. So for him to say that the founders need to move on, I really wouldn't say the founders need to move on. It just seems like maybe there's a different change in the company, and he may know something that we don't know. Jack Dorsey's huge into Bitcoin. Crypto's his thing. If you don't know, Square, Cash App, that's Jack Dorsey's. Those are his companies. Those were the reasons why Twitter also wanted him to leave, because they felt like he was too stretched thin. And to be honest with you, I don't think so. I think he's a very intelligent person, and you know, I want to see what comes next from Jack. I don't think he's a bad person. Everybody always wants to hold all the bad Twitter shit over his head. I don't see it. Would none of them. Zuckerberg, maybe. That guy I don't fucking trust. So, as I botched today's stories, and I apologize, I just got ahead of myself. I've been having, like, this is our first, like, solid YouTube year, by the way. Like, Thanksgiving last year was our first big, like, YouTube video day, and we had thumbnails and all types of stuff. So this last one coming up was kind of a big deal, and I skipped it on purpose because I was like, all right, we got to get a new season going. And I was like, wait, man, let me just take it easy and just, you know, keep pushing. But there's so much coming. Like, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Anyway, Jussie Smollett. If you don't remember who Jussie Smollett was, he was one of the singers and actors on the show Empire. You know, the show that stole my name, and they tried to project our life on TV, but it didn't really work out too well, and then they changed up the story when we told them we was going to sue them. Those guys. So Jussie Smollett was fake attacked. How do we word this properly? Hold on, I can't say fake attacked. Let me redact that. Jussie Smollett was losing his job. Let me take you back to 2019 when this all occurred. Jussie Smollett was losing his job. That was a for sure thing that was happening. The show was going to kill him off, get rid of him. The show was not doing well. Power had taken over. Empire fell apart. It was a terribly written show. It had nowhere to go. They turned it into this crazy, like, mob fucking show, and it was weird. It was a weird show. It had a great idea to start with, but the dude from Pimpin' Ain't Easy, that shit ain't work. Jussie went to get a sandwich and then says on a cold Chicago night, a snowy night, two white dudes in Chicago run him down, tie him up, call him all types of words, beat his ass, give him his sandwich though. They make sure he keeps his foot long. They don't want to take his foot long. Put a rope around his neck, say it's MAGA country, and dip. Jussie Smollett sat in a hotel room with a rope around his neck, a noose around his neck that he put around his neck. And he called the police and told them that he had a rope around his neck because he was attacked by two men. Those two men have since then cooperated with the police, and they're going to press charges. Well, not press charges, excuse me. They're going to take the stand against him. So, I mean, this fucking story is so crazy. You went to go get a foot long, and two dudes just run up on you, start calling you all types of gays and blacks and this and that and MAGA country, and beat your ass and pull out a noose, tie that motherfucker real fast, throw it on your neck and say, ha ha, got you, bitch. Like, what do? Why? What did you do? What does that even mean? That is so strange, right? So that happened, and now he's finally in court after 3 years. Now, the reason why it's been 3 years, that's where it gets fucking tricky, right? Now, the lady that was in charge of it was so much shit going on in Chicago. This was basically wrapped around fuck Trump. Let's just keep it a buck. But the lady that was in charge of the DA at the time basically dropped all the charges and said he could escape. And the police department said, no, the fuck he can't. We spent $200,000 investigating this shit. He needs to pay this back. And which he did. He was sued to pay it back because the police went and investigated and found out it was false. But because at the time that prosecutor said, we're not taking the case, it has prolonged it. And they had to this was like a redone thing. This was over with. And they're like, no, fuck that. He owes us money. And this ain't right. It really isn't. So this story comes from Variety. Jury selection is underway in Chicago courtroom in the case of Jussie Smollett, who is accused of faking a hate crime against himself. That's that's a pretty interesting statement to make, right? Again, this was 3 years ago, and here we are today, finally figuring out where this is all going to go. Smollett, the one-time star of Empire, faces 6 counts of disorderly conduct for allegedly filing a false police report about the attack. It took about $200,000 to investigate. The city wants their money back, and they wasted time from people that could have really used the police's assistance. Smollett, who is black and gay, which makes no fucking difference, has maintained that he was assaulted January 29, 2019 by 2 men who yelled homophobic and racial slurs, put a rope around his neck, and yelled, "This is MAGA country." Now, anybody that's a part of the MAGA country, they know that we don't yell out MAGA country. Is it we? Am I a we? I'm not a we. I don't even have a hat. Is it MAGA country, though? Is that the slur? Can somebody help me? Is that a thing? No? All right, bet. So, you don't yell out MAGA country when you're yelling out MAGA country. What the fuck? Jurors are expected to hear from the 2 brothers, Abel and All, who said that Smollett paid them $3,500 to carry out the attack, in which he's denying. They have receipts, and there was actually video evidence of the guys buying all the stuff at a hardware store and him getting his sandwich. It's pretty amazing. The Cook County State Attorney office initially dropped the charges against Smollett, and that's what happened. She took it upon herself to drop the charges and not let him get prosecuted because she said this really happened, and there's no way it was fake. Why would he fake something like that? Why would a man say that somebody beat him up, took his sandwich, gave him... They let him keep the sandwich. Like, if you're going to get beat up in the middle of the night, wouldn't they take your sandwich? Like, imagine the police show up and they're like, hello, this Chicago PD, let us in. And he's standing there, he's like, sir, what's wrong with you? Let me finish this meatball sandwich. They beat me up. They put this rope around my neck. I can't breathe. Like, hold up. Are you, you got beat up? Where'd you get the sandwich from? The guy beat me up, gave me a sandwich. Like, what the fuck was you supposed to do with this story? Hey, here's the better part. The 2 dudes that beat you up are the most opposite MAGA country. They're African. African. And I'm not talking about like Moroccan or Egyptian. No, African. Ghana, right? No. All right. One of them's a bodybuilder and the other one was like a fucking bodyguard. And they're both like 900 pounds, big fucking brolicky dudes that supposedly just whooped his ass lightly. The dude's fist was about as big as my head. So like if he would have swung off on me, I'd have had to hit him with a stick. So Jesse's little ass got beat up and survived an ass whooping from these 2 giant motherfuckers and still had his sandwich with a rope around his neck while police investigated what the hell happened to him that night. And again, those crazy guys were yelling out MAGA country. Ooh, scary. So scary. What did you know NASCAR? Word. Hey, y'all. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of today's stories and everything that's been going on. It was an interesting Monday, and it was a long-ass weekend. I was actually trying to figure out how I was going to come across approaching what the hell happened with the person that birthed me. Like, that shit really fucked me up. It threw me off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavo loves you. One.